my channel. It's Ashley here, and if you are new, hey girl, hey. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing fall DIYs. So I'm going to be sharing some fall DIYs that I did last year, and I'm also just going to share some of my favorites that I've done on my channel. So I am going to have some new fall DIYs for you guys, and that video will be out next week. But this is just like a mashup of things that I've done on my channel. So if you are new, I hope you enjoy this. If you're old and you forgot about some of these, I'm going to remind you today. So let's go ahead and get started. So this first DIY I'm going to share, you guys probably remember this from last year if you've been with me since last year. But this was a really cute DIY and it was one of my favorites. And all I did was I took this Dollar Tree pumpkin that has like these different sections and I cut it apart. And then I'm basically going to be making like a shiplap pumpkin. So the next thing I did was I numbered these so I can know how they go together, which you really don't have to do this. But after that, I started to add my white paint. So you can do whatever color you want, but since this was like a shiplap look and I wanted it to be like a classic shiplap, I just did white. So I painted this on. And then after I painted this on, the next thing I did was I worked on the stem of the pumpkin. So I just took the galvanized metal part off and I flipped it over and I added it to the top, and then I took like these sticks that I got from outside and I added it to the stem with some hot glue. Next, I took this glass that I had from this larger frame and I'm going to add my pumpkin on top. So I cleaned the glass first, and then I took the little inset piece that came with the frame as well, and I'm just going to place that back on top with some hot glue. So after I did that, I then started to attach my pumpkin to the center, and that was basically all I did for this DIY, and I love how this turned out. It is so cute to just hang up on the wall or just use it as like a decor piece that you lean against something. So it's really, really cute, very, very simple to do, and I love this. For the second DIY, I just took this cutting board that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and I took some Blossom White spray paint by Rust-Oleum, and I first sanded this down so that the paint would adhere a little bit better, and then I spray painted it. So after I spray painted it, the next thing I did was I took the galvanized little harvest word that you can get from the Dollar Tree and also one of the wooden pumpkins, and I'm going to place these on top. I then took the pumpkin outside and I stained it the color Golden Oak, which is one of my fave colors to use. After that, I took a scrap piece of wood that I used for a previous project. It's just a 1x2 piece, and I cut it down to create my frame because I'm going to be framing up the cutting board with this. And then I refreshed this a little bit by using the color stain that I used, which was dark walnut, and I sanded these down and stained them again. So then I started to put everything together. So I put my frame together with my wood clamps and I nailed it together, and then I started to place everything on top. So I put the pumpkins on and then I put harvest, and then that was it. So this was super easy to do, very, very cute, and it's perfect decor for the fall. For the third DIY, I'm going to be using again some more scrap wood, and I am just refreshing it by sanding it down, and then I'm staining it a dark walnut again. And then after that, I just put these together with some wood glue and then also my clamps, and I let this dry. Next, I just took these sticker letters that I got from Target Bullseye and I just painted them white. So you can use like stick letters like this, or you can use wood letters, whatever you choose. And then I'm just going to place these on to the wood. And that was it. That's all I did. So you can arrange these how you want. I arranged them like this, but this is so simple to do as well, and again would make some cute fall decor. So this next DIY is super easy. All you have to do is take one of those candy dishes that they have at the Dollar Tree and spray paint it whatever color you choose. After you do that, the next thing that you can do is take wood letters or wood sticker words like this one that I got from Target Bullseye and just add it to the center of the leaf. And that's it. That's all you have to do. You can attach these with E6000 or just the adhesive that comes with these type of stickers. And then you'll have like this cute little dish that you can put on your entryway, on your table, or anything like that. So I just love how simple this was, and it's very cute fall decor. Okay, so this next DIY is my absolute favorite. So I got these pumpkins. Again, these came from Target Bullseye. I absolutely love that section. And I'm just going to remove them from the banner, and I'm going to place them on some glass. Again, this glass is from a frame that I had, and I used those same inset pieces, and I added those with my hot glue. I just took some twine and I tied that to the top, and I created a bow, and then I used some of these wooden leaf stickers and I added those as well. And then I simply just placed these pumpkins on top of the glass, attaching them with my hot glue. And that was it. That's all I did. Super simple DIY. I absolutely love this. This is my favorite. I actually have these up this year. They are in my living room and I'm obsessed with these. Okay, so for this next DIY, I just got these glass jars from the Dollar Tree and also these clip pumpkins. So I just removed the bottom part and I carved out the bottom, and then I just added this to the top using some hot glue. So I also used this flat lid jar as well, and I just attached the pumpkin using my hot glue. After that, I took some metallic paint and I started to paint the top of my jars and also the pumpkin attachment. After that, I took some chalk paint and I started to paint the jars. Next, I took these chalk label stickers and I added them to the center where a label would be. And then I carefully cut off the excess of the sticker. And then I took some wax and I coated it with a coat of wax to seal it. And then I seasoned the chalk part. And then I just wrote blessed and thankful on these, and that was it. So I love how this turned out. So cute and so simple just to add somewhere around the house for fall. So this next one is also a favorite of mine too. I love this three-dimensional sign that I made. So I am using some scrap wood and I'm cutting them down to the sizes that I need. And then I attach them using some wood glue and my wood clamps. Next, I then took some of these foam pumpkins that you can get from the Dollar Tree and I cut them in half. And then after I cut each one of them in half, I painted them different colors. After that, I had these wood letters that I got from Target and I'm going to attach them to the sign. But first, I took these letters that I got from Michael's and I just painted them white, and I'm going to attach them to the sign. And it says pick your own pumpkin, and then it says hay rides and mazes and all that stuff. So super cute. And I just attached these with my hot glue. Then attached the pumpkins using my hot glue and created a stem by taking some burlap ribbon, twisting them, snipping them off at the ends, and attaching them to the top of the pumpkins. So that is it. That's all I did for this cute little sign, and I absolutely love how this turned out. All right, so we're either on the 7th or 8th DIY. I've completely lost track, but all you're gonna need for this is the foam pumpkins that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and then you're going to paint them whatever color you want to paint them. So first I am using a white paint as a base, and then I'm going to come back in with a brownish creamy color and add that to the top. Next, you're going to start to create whatever design you want. So for this first one, I'm just making like little vines and leaves and stuff like that. And then for the other one, it's just going to say hello. So again, you can put whatever you want on here. And then you're going to start to attach your beads and your pins. And you're just going to follow whatever you drew on there and attach those pins. To add the beads and the pins, all you do is you put the beads through the needle and then you press the needle into the pumpkin and it sticks to the pumpkin just like that. So again, like I said, you're just gonna start to add this to your pumpkin. It's really relaxing, really fun, and you can do your whole pumpkin if you want, different designs, whatever. These are gonna just turn out super cute and I just love this. The last thing I did was I took a stick from outside and I just spray painted it gold and I replaced it for one of the stems that the pumpkins had, and that was it. And now you have these super cute beaded pumpkins for the fall. So this next DIY is another sign. So I just have a plain white square canvas and I'm gonna be using a 1x2, and I am going to frame that canvas up. So I cut my wood down to the sizes that I needed, and then I framed this up using my nail gun and wood glue. After that, I took the canvas out, and then now I'm going to take this scrapbook piece and I'm going to attach that to the front of this canvas piece. So I'm just placing it on top, and then I'm going to cut off the excess, and then I am going to attach that piece to my canvas. After that, I started to stain the wood. So again, I'm pretty sure this color is golden oak because it's my favorite. Next, I started to decorate this wreath that you can get from the Dollar Tree. So I got the smaller one, and I'm just going to take some burlap and wrap that around the front, glue it to the back, and then I took that galvanized harvest word and I attached that to the top of this. After that, I took some of the clip pumpkins and I added it around the wreath and also some of those leaves. Next, I started to attach everything together. So I first put my frame down, then I added my canvas inside of the frame, pushed it down so it wouldn't be flush, and then I added the wreath on top of that, and I used my glue gun to attach everything. You can use your glue gun or you can use E6000 to do this. And that was it. This is another one of my favorite signs. It was so easy to create and it's super cute. So for this next DIY, I'm going to be taking some 1x3s and I'm going to be attaching them together after I cut them, of course. I'm going to be attaching them together with my wood glue and also some nails, and I'm just creating like this little half box. After I created the box, I took some dark walnut stain and I stained the wood. I then took this cute little pumpkin that I got from Target Bullseye and I just attached it to that back with some wood glue. So you can use wood glue or you can use your E6000 to attach whatever pumpkin you choose to the back of this. Next, I took this cute gathered sign that you can get from Hobby Lobby and I just attached that to the top of my pumpkin using some hot glue. I then took these fall floral picks that I got from Walmart and I colored them a more neutral color, the pumpkins, and then I'm going to be adding these into the box. So I added these to the center and then I added some Spanish moss and some potpourri to give it a nice smell and then also to fill up the box. And then to top this off, I just added this burlap leaf to the top that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and that was it. So I love how this turned out. It is some really cute fall table decor. Alright, and finally this last DIY that I'm going to share is another sign, but this is an outdoor sign, and these are so fun to make. So I am using 1x4s. I'm pretty sure those are 1x4s, yes. And then I'm also going to be using some 1x2s. So I did my placement of where I wanted my letters to be. So it's just going to say fall, and then I am going to mark where I need to cut my wood, and then I'm going to be taking this to the miter saw and I'm going to be cutting off that excess wood. After that, I am going to then cut my 1x2, so I'm marking where I need to cut those, taking them to the miter saw and cutting those down. Next, I attached all three of those pieces together with some wood glue, and then I'm just using these little scrap pieces and I'm going to add them to the back, and I'm going to nail those. And I'm using my wood clamps to make sure that my wood is nice and tight together. And then I added these to the back, and then I flipped this over and then I added those pieces that are actually just going to be in the front. I added those to the front the same way, just making sure my measurements were correct, and I added those the same. Next thing I did was I just stained my wood with some dark walnut, and I stained both the front and the back of this. I then started to work on the letters, so all I did with these little MDF letters that I'm pretty sure I either got from Michael's or Hobby Lobby is I am just going to be painting them a white color, so you can paint them whatever color you choose. And then I'm going to start to place these on to my wood, so I am just making sure that, you know, I have my measurements where they're sized correctly. And then I just use this little gold trivet that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I know for a fact they still have these, and I added that to where the A would actually be, so it'd say fall, but instead of the A it would be the leaf. After I attached everything, I just took some heavy objects and I placed them on top so that these can dry in place, because I did, as you saw, use E6000 to attach these. The last thing I did was I took these decorative nails that I got from Hobby Lobby and I attached them to the top and the bottom using my hammer. And that's it. That's all I did to create this cute little fall outdoor sign. I love how this turned out, and this would be so cute just to make one of these for your outdoor space or to create these to sell. Alright, so that is it. That's all the fall DIYs that I have to share with you today in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below to let me know what you think, which ones were your favorite. Also, if you aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure you click on that subscribe button and you hit that notification bell so you'll always be up to date with my latest tutorials, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!